Okay. So, okay. Stuff. All right. Ooh, Hey, Denman. Denman, my dude. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Sorry about that. I got my got that stuff on. How we doing, my friend? How are you today? I hope you're doing well. At least tonight, at the very least. You know. Oh no, that's cool, man. That's cool. You're welcome anytime. If you have questions or just want to chat, that's cool. I'll be starting my lesson in a. It's cool. Nah, man. Thank you for showing love to. Thank you for showing love. Thank you for showing love to my channel as much as you work hard on yours. So I mean, I know you put a lot of gameplay out, and I know your supporters really love you. So yeah, no problem. If you want to listen to a maths lesson, not a problem, my dude. Not a problem. Yeah, I'm an actual math professor. Yes, I teach at 2 community colleges here in the USA. Um, that's not a yeah. Professor is actually is a real thing. I have a master's degree in mathematics. That part is true. I'm an artist. Hey, no, man. I knowledge is knowledge just makes you much more better of a person, in my opinion. You know. No, yeah, you can come into my stream at any time if you just want to sit, chill, and just listen to a little bit of math. I know it's not. I know it's. I know it's not super exciting, but it's something. Hey, Gerda, how's it going? How's it going? Oh, Spen! Oh my gosh, Spen! Thank you so much, man. That's much love, man. Much love. Holy cow! I got the legend Spen. Holy smokes! I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I got a real legend. I got a real legend. That's amazing. Oh man, Scooty, thank you so much, man. Up the tags, No, look, Spen is the founder and owner of hashtag United. He is a amazing dude. Oh my gosh, dude, Spen, no, you didn't have to sub to me. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. You don't have to sub. I don't require subs. I just require, just having a nice time and just coming on in. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. You do a lot of good and hard work. You and Seb and the whole crew behind the scenes. You guys do a lot of good work, and you guys should be recognized for that. Man, look at all these. Man, look at all these follows. Thank you guys. Oh man, I don't know what to say. Holy smokes, this is. I haven't even started class yet. My word. Oh man, thank you guys. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh. You guys are so super super cool, man. I don't know if I deserve any of this. You guys are all I don't know if I deserve any of this. It's just love. Oh my gosh. Oh, Alex, thank you for the sub. Oh my word. Wow. I just teach math. I don't deserve a sub. I don't feel like I earn it. I just think that I just want to promote knowledge and help others. That's it. Oh, may I raid you later with some key math students? That's wonderful. I'm more than happy to help anyone in need. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm here to do. Man, Spen, you're a good guy. JTS, you're a good dude. Dude. JTS is a student of mine. He's a legend himself. He's very, very good at this class. I will say that. Deserve for the insane amount of gifted. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I know I gifted a lot of subs and stuff, but those were well deserved. Those were well deserved. Hey, don't use that language. No, man. Yeah. No, I appreciate you, Jeremy. I mean, I just do it for the love. Will this any help in A levels maths? Yeah, if you're in college algebra here in the USA, yeah, A levels maths. There are some concepts here that do certainly cross over. I will say that. Oh no, that's okay, French toast. That's fine. That's fine. I just don't like the super harsh language here. That's all. Think I just try to keep things civil. That's all. You know, man, I I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Oh my gosh. Woof. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. If you guys got any questions about maths at the very least, um, yeah, then I'll be happy to help. Biomechanics or physics, oh yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, that's a little bit out of my area of expertise, sadly. But like I said, pure maths or algebra or the like, up to calculus one, I'll be more than happy to help you with whatever. Why'd I shave my beard? Man, it got really itchy, French toast. It got really super itchy. I had to kind of get rid of it. You can go back and watch some Among Us. Hey, not a problem, Jeremy. Anytime you want to come back, that's not a problem, man. You're always anybody who comes in the stream is always welcome to come back at any time. I don't force people to do whatever they. You guys are the greatest. You guys are so super nice. If I can make sense of it, Oliver, then I'll try my best. Buy me a PS5? No, I'm not even gonna get a PS5. So I have my big PC here. Jeremy, thanks for the follow, dude. Dude, if I get to meet you in person, Jeremy, man, it's gonna be fun as heck. I know that for a fact. It's gonna be fun as heck. Tom, thank you so much. Jay Rugby, man, Jay Ruby, sorry, I'm dyslexic right now, but no, appreciate you, Jay Groovy. Very, very kind to you. Doing your math homework at the moment? Perfect, man. Perfect. Yeah, you got hey, you got some questions, man. I'll be happy to help you because I know you're doing levels at the moment. How tall am I? I'm 5'10". But if you would believe I was the shortest guy in my junior high class and my high school class. Yeah, that part's true. Hey, Cecil, thank you very much, my friend. You gonna struggle with urban economics? There you go. Planet, when's the next test? Next test isn't for a little bit. I think I might combine the chapter 5 and chapter 6. I think so. We'll have to check D2L and see what I did. If I'd put chapter 5 as a separate test or not. Let me go ahead and check that there. Is homework due tonight? No. Homework is only due the day of the test. So, did I set it for today? Um, hey, that's not a problem, my friend. Hey, I'm hoping to see you at a hashtag game at some point. Toast. Waiting for a test. Waiting for a test. Ay 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 ay. What did I study in college? I studied mathematics and computer science. I did 2 bachelor's degrees, and then I got a master's in mathematics. So that's what I ended up doing there for quite a while. So you guys feel free to ask me whatever questions you like. That is not a problem. You guys have kindly come into my stream, and that's perfectly cool with me. Let me check up on the situation there. I just want to check the grade list here, and then I will tell you what the answer to your question is. Me, I'm smart? No, just lucky. Look, I'm 41, Jeremy. I'll just pick, I'll just get, I'll just get like an Uber or a taxi. I'll just take you there. Just be like, okay, cool. If I could drive, I don't think I can do that, but international driving license and all that jazz. But um, yeah, I'd be down for that. Okay, I did decide to do that. All right, just had to check, my stuff there. I believe that was correct. Yes. Okay. So hey, I appreciate. Look, I'm glad I gave you some confidence. That's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. It give you confidence, and you get better at something that you had a tough time with, and hopefully it makes it easier in the future. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You know. I know. Not for with Corona for a while, but I guarantee you, Jeremy. I guarantee you, with even with Corona, it's by the end of the uh, hopefully by the end of the end of the year, hopefully the doses will be going out. Hopefully. So I know UK is not letting anytime soon. Would I say I found personal success? Uh, yeah, in some ways, yes. That's a good question, JTS. So my goal, and you know what happiness is without sadness? No. I think it's okay to struggle and then find something that's even greater than what you're doing. I think that's a okay. No problem, Jeremy. You take it easy then if you're gonna head off to bed soon. To your question there, JTS, would you have found personal success? I would say yes. I would say I found personal success basically setting out a life goal that wasn't too hard. My goal was to help at least one person, um, change their life in some way, shape, or form. I wasn't. I had really, I didn't have the best self confidence when I was growing up. I had really low self esteem. I didn't really have a lot of things that I thought. I didn't think well of myself, to be perfectly honest. And I was like, I just set the bar so low because that's just kind of how I felt. I'm like, you know what? If I can make one change to one person in their life, then at least I've merit some worth. I'm like, I can at least be there for that person because I knew it. There are things that I went through is like, there wasn't times where I just kind of felt that nobody was there for me, and I was like, okay, what if I put myself out and say, hey, I'm going to be there for them, and I'll be like, okay, that's cool, let's do that. And I found success early on in terms of that regard. I did change somebody's life, and then I consider everything else that I'm doing here is kind of extra gravy, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier, and I just enjoy everything that I do from here on out. So if that's personal success for me, that's personal success for me. To the question there, JTS, your personal success, your personal success is how you define it. Was I depressed? Yes, I was. No question. I was depressed for a very long time. But every time I would get depressed or, go into dark places, there will always be people. There will always be people to lift me up. There's that support structure that I had that saved me time and time again. And from that, and from those experiences, I can pass that wisdom and knowledge along to you, people here in the stream, or the people who are struggling. I can be there for them because I've been there. I've done that. Do I need someone to talk to? Thankfully, I've moved past that. I moved past that point. I've moved past that point, French toast. I'm very happy to say I have moved past that point in my life. There are times where I can clearly tell you that wasn't so easy to do. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that everything was peaches and cream. I didn't get to be like super, positive vibes until I was able to work through it myself. And um, when I was able to, and I got the right advice that I needed, and I was even happier because I could take that and I could spread that amongst everyone else who I come in contact with, and hope that they don't have to go through the same things that I did. I don't wish things that I've done upon anybody, and it pains me to see that sometimes from some people. I know I can't help everybody, but I'll help as many people as I humanly possibly can in order to make sure they avoid certain circumstances that I was put under. And I don't want that for anyone. Now, I know that sounds really depressing and stuff, but at the same time, it's realistic. And we have to look at reality as for is what it is. And that's how we deal with it. That's how we that's how we deal with it. That's how we acknowledge it. And that's how we go ahead and attack it. So that way we put ourselves in a better place later on. And if I'm a person that needs to be there at that time for you, then I'll put myself in that situation. I don't mind being in the middle of that. You know, so yeah, I've come close a couple of times to doing things I probably shouldn't have done, and yeah, I'm not proud of that. Definitely not proud of that. But when you come back from the brink, you're much stronger for it. I'm not gonna lie to anyone. I won't. That's why I'm free and open and honest with you. Because if I told you that I'm somebody that I'm not, then I'd feel like a terrible liar. Like I'm a terrible liar in Among Us. I could tell you that. But I I'm a terrible I would feel that I would be doing a disservice if I didn't tell you the reality of the situations at hand, and at least be empathetic toward things that you are going through. If you're depressed, if you're going through tough times, if you're having a tough time with whatever, then that's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm here to help you with. Whether it's mathematics or whether it's your personal struggles, that's what I'm here to do. That's one thing that I do miss from face to face is that I could talk to people about personal issues and be able to help them on a personal level. And I've seen things, I've heard things, it's not pretty, but at the very least, can we help smooth something out to make it better? And if I can be there for them and to make that possible, great. I'm gonna be there for them because sometimes there's some people. If you think back, you know, when you think back, has there been ever a person? Has there ever been a person, who reached their hand out to you and helped you? If you ever felt that you were alone, I want you to know. I want you to know. I want everybody in this place to know that I'll reach out my hand to help you, even if you feel nobody else does. That there is a person out there that will. And I mean that. And I don't care if I have to bust through 15 quarantine zones in the UK to come see you, and I'll bust through 15 quarantine zones to come see you. And that's how it is. So, I don't mess about when it comes to things like that. I actually sincerely do mean that. Yeah. How often do I stream Maestro? I stream 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, for my classes. But if you'd like me to stream a little bit more, I can. I think sometimes that I think I think that sometimes that the mindset that I have, sometimes it's just, I got down in the trenches for quite a bit, and you kind of had to build myself back up for a while, and nothing came free. Nothing was easy. Not everything I can tell you was necessarily easy. Some things I'm very blessed to have, and some things I wasn't. And At least I can speak from that mindset. I'm not going to tell you all positive things. I'm not that kind of guy, but I am going to tell you hopefully practical things that can hopefully get you to that point. The person at the end of the day that matters more in a conversation if I give advice to somebody is not myself. It's not about me. It's all about the person I'm talking to. If I'm talking to you through your issues, then guess what? I'm going to think through your perspective more than think through my perspective. I have experiences and whatnot, but I can offer that, but I want to see how you feel, through your eyes. That perspective kind of mindset, put yourself in someone else's shoes. That's always been a very big boon to me in terms of determining how people think and how to make feel. It's hard making friends. Sometimes it can be. I got bullied a lot in high school and stuff like that, and middle school. Sure, it can be tough, but even you'll find people that you have. You'll find people you'll coalesce around. You'll have similar interests. You just have to put yourself out there, Toast. You have to put yourself out there, and if those people don't like you, then you move on to somebody else who will. Because good friends and real friends are the ones who like you for who you are. You know. Yeah, yeah. I donate in streams and stuff. Why I donate so much is because I want to share my success with others. Yeah, I made some money in the market or whatever. Fine. And I'm glad everybody can share the love of hashtag United. I think that's a wonderful thing. I believe in hashtag United. I completely believe in hashtag United. I'll be a loyal supporter. I was the quiet kid for a long time too. I sat in the corner of the room and I didn't want to talk to anybody. I'm the same dude. I'm still kind of that way a little bit, but you know what? The friends that you'll take is the ones that you'll hang around with. That's what it is. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to have a ton of friends. You don't have to have like 20, 30, 50, 100 friends. 100 good friends. You could have, I've had two best friends that have known me for over nearly 30 years now. And I'm happy to have those two best friends with me. That's cool. And I have a whole host of other good best friends as well, that I added over time. But my circle was pretty small for a while, and that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to have a big circle of friends to enjoy yourself, to talk to somebody, to maybe if you're frustrated, you get something off your chest. That's perfectly fine. All right. Have I ever gotten backstabbed? Yes. Yes, I have. It's not a nice feeling, but the way you deal with people who backstab you are basically you just don't associate with this yourself with them again. They're not worth your time. They're not real friends. Like I said, the real friends are the ones who like you for who you are, and they would never do something that would cross that line. Surprisingly, I have two best friends that, we've had our differences, but hey, it is what it is. Ah, yes. Well, we do have to start a lesson here because I'm kind of 22 minutes over time. Good point here. Good point. Good point, Iwan. Sorry. My bad. My bad. I tend to go over here. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and answer a question here earlier. Yeah, so the chapter 5 and 6 test there. We're gonna have a chapter over chapters 5 and 6. So once we're done with chapter 6, I'm gonna combine that into one test. So we're not quite done with chapter 5 just yet. But once we're done with chapter 6, we're gonna be having a test over those two chapters there in particular. Okay. I might also cut out some content near the end of the semester here. So I know there's chapters 7 and 8 after that, but I may cut out content here from chapter 8 just because I don't know, the concepts there are not all that important. So um, in relative terms for the next class up, so it's like, well, it's kind of meh. So I'd rather focus on the things that are probably you're going to see a whole lot more, moving forward. Um, yeah, Toast. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Positive vibe is positive mind. That's right. That's right. We always want to keep a good positive vibe, you know, and there's lots of different ways to do that. And hopefully I can be a person that can be there for you. So does that mean there's only 2 tests? Yes, that's right. There'll only be 2 tests left. So 5 and 6 and then 7. That's correct. Yeah. Absolutely. Hmm. So that's what the plan is going forward. Message when the test happens. Of course, always let everybody know, Toast. All right. We ready to do this? Let's do this. Let's do this, everybody. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Okay, let's get started today. Welcome back. Well, I know. I know this is the first day of class, right? That was ages ago, kind of feels like an ages ago, but it feels like it was yesterday too. Um, welcome back to Tuesday. All right, hopefully have a nice weekend. Okay, so today, first wanted to thank all the hashtaggers for coming in. Let me go ahead and at least say that. So today we're gonna finish up chapter 5 here, and we may do a little bit of chapter 6, maybe. Okay. Chapter 6, admittingly, is going to be a little bit heavier using the calculator here. So I'll just kind of preface it using that here. If you have a graphing calculator there, if we get to chapter 6, we'll heavily use the graphing calculator here. It'll be incredibly helpful for that particular part. If we don't get around to that, that's fine. Make sure you have a graphing calculator available to you so that way we can go through an example and see how we can met that out. If you do it by hand, it will take me a long time to do section 6.1 by itself without the calculator. That would take me roughly about 50 minutes to an hour and 10 minutes, or 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how fast I get through the process. So we're going to expedite that process here just a little bit, certainly. All right. Let's talk about section 5.5, which only involves this one question here that you get from the handout. So let's take a look at number 1 here. How do we graph a system of linear and nonlinear inequalities? All right, so let's talk about what linear and nonlinear inequalities look like. And notice this is a system of linear or nonlinear inequalities. So we're gonna just we're gonna go through the steps here, and we'll see exactly how we can put it together. Okay. So what does one look like here? Let's go to the math type. Yeah. Math type sounds like a plan. Oh, got it. All right. Okay, no, that's integration. I don't want integration. I want this. There we go. All right, so let's take a look at an example of a system of linear equations, okay? So a system of linear equations could look something like this. So let's put it this way. So we have x plus y. Let's say x plus y would be, if I'm not an idiot, I'll let you know. X plus y is less than or equal to 4. And let's go with y is, let's go with the other way there. Let's go with y is bigger than 2x minus 4. Let's go with that. Okay, so this is a system of linear inequalities. Notice we have, say, less than or equal to, bigger than or equal to. We could have less than, we could have bigger than. Okay, so this is what a typical system will look like. Okay, now our goal is to, of course, basically find the solution set that would satisfy this system of linear inequalities. So exactly how do we do that here? All right, so the first thing that we have to do here is what I'm going to go through steps here, so that way it makes it a little more clear. I know you guys like the steps a lot, so let's just go through the steps here. And these steps here that I'm going to show are going to be the same for nonlinear systems as well. So there's going to be no difference on how we're going to approach a linear system and a nonlinear system. A nonlinear system just could be something different, like with a parabola or something, as opposed to, in this case, maybe 2 lines, as an example. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to change the inequalities to equals, okay? That's all we're going to do here first. We're going to change the inequalities to equals, all right? So what exactly does that mean here in the context of this problem? So in the context of this problem here, instead of x plus y being less than or equal to 4, I'm going to have x plus y here, and let me put that on the following line here. So I'm going to have x plus y here. I'm going to have that equal to 4, okay, just like that. I'm just going to have x plus y equal to 4, and then for the second equation, I'll have y equals 2x minus 4. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do. Step one, very simple. Just change those inequalities to equals, and that's what you got there. So far, so bueno. All right. All right. Let's move on here to step two. We're going to come back to these inequalities, by the way, but I'll need to describe what we need to do next. So we will acknowledge these inequalities here, just not right now. All right. Step number two. Step number two is in either equation here. It doesn't matter which equation we're going to talk about here, but in either equation here, we want to solve for y in both equations. Okay, solve for y in both equations. And this is especially true for a linear system, as it is going to be incredibly helpful for us in this circumstance. So let's take a good look here at step number two. Okay, so we have x plus y is equal to 4. Let me go ahead and bring up my paint tool here. Just a moment. Go ahead and put that up. There we go. All right. So I'll put these two equations here, so that way we can see that I'll need to use this a little bit more here for our steps. Okay, so take a look at the first equation there. We have x plus y is equal to 4. So how should we solve for y here? What should we do here first? What do you think? Now, x plus y is equal to 4. How do we solve for y here? What do we do first here? All right, perfect, exactly. So let's subtract x on both sides, right? Everything in algebra is a balance. So once again, let's do the same thing, fellas. All right, so let's do that. All right, so let me get red here. And we'll go ahead and subtract by x on both sides, just like so. Okay. So here we're going to get y is equal to 4 minus x. Now, as for the other equation here, we already have y is equal to, in this case, 2x minus 4. Okay? So we have both equations there already solved for y now. So now the first one here is 4 minus x, and the next one here is 2x minus 4. Okay? So this basically in large is, for your notes here, this is basically going to be step two. At least having these two things available for us for what we need to do next. I'm going to just go ahead and put that down here. So in step two, so y equals 4 minus x. Okay. All right. So that's all well done. Oh, should be silent. I had to actually turn on my phone for getting the pizza. All right. All right. So let's talk about step number 3. All right. Now, step number 3 is going to be pineapple on pizza. My word. I no, just no, no, no. I mean, okay. To be fair, pineapple on pizza is actually not bad. I've had a squid on pizza before with like mayonnaise and corn, so and that tasted pretty good. So I ain't gonna hate on that. To be fair. It's the best. I gotta lose. I gotta lose with deep cheese there. I don't know if anybody. I know most of you have seen lose with a deep dish cheese. I get cheese, extra cheese with a butter crust and well done. And of course, everybody should always know this. Always, 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 always have your pizza uncut. If you always, you gotta, hey, if you have your pizza uncut, it just tastes fresher because the heat is trapped, right? So even if you go to Domino's, you're like, you know what? Nah, I need to have my pizza uncut. You basically request that stuff right there. You know, it's like going to McDonald's and knowing that the nuggets are crap, so you got to order them fresh because the nuggets are usually crap. Look, it's up to you how you want to cut the pizza, my friend. It's totally up to you. But the heat from the pizza is going to taste fresher because of the fact it's not cut. You can cut it yourself. Fold it up like a sandwich. The calzone, right? Like a calzone, man. Just fold it like a calzone. Eat it like a taco. Eat it like a taco. There you go. No, I got loose sitting in the fridge there. I ate a couple slices there. Um, cause I was I was talking in the hashtag chat. I'm like, we just start talking about Lou Malnati's. I'm like, yeah, it's right down the street. So I'm like, I gotta go get some delivered, man. I gotta get some delivered. It just was like too tempting. When you feel like a lose run, you're like, I gotta get a lose run in me. So, all right. So let's take a look here at step number 3. Now that I've hopefully gotten you nice and hungry here, hopefully for math problems. That's a terrible joke, and I'm gonna stick to it. Anyway, all right. So step number 3. Step number 3 is we're going to graph each line. Okay, so we're going to graph each line, or curve slash curve. It could be a curve, but again, these are for linear equations, so it's going to be a line. All right, but we're going to be very particular on how we use the following. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this out here. We're going to graph each line and curve. However, actually, I'll put this using the following. Okay. So the first one here is we're going to put a solid line. So just a solid line, just like so. It's okay, a solid line. This is if we have the following. So if we have, I need to add that here. We have less than or equal to, or we have bigger than or equal to. So if we have one of these two symbols in the original inequality, let's go back here. So So if we have less than or equal to or bigger than or equal to in the original inequality, we're going to put a solid line there in place of that line or curve. Okay. However, if it's the other way, then we're going to put a dotted line here. Sure. Maybe. So a dotted line. If we have less than or bigger than in the original inequality. So this is where we come back to the original inequality and acknowledge it and be like, okay, hey, I got to put a solid line or I got to put a dotted line depending on whatever my original inequality pretty much states. So we have our two lines here. Let's at least acknowledge that. And we want to go ahead. I'll zoom out here so it's a little bit easier to read. All right. So here's our original inequality up here. And again, we went ahead and converted them, solve for y equals. So let's go ahead and make up a graph here for each of these respective lines. Let's do it. Okay. Let's go with the first one here. Y equals 4 minus x. Okay. So for this particular one here, remember how we make graphs, okay? really, again, our very favorite guy here is going to be the XY chart. So again, we'll plop in some numbers. We'll see what we get for X and Y. And bada bing, bada boom, we got a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right. So let's start off with a number here. I think everybody knows. I'm going to start off with 0 because 0 is super easy. All right. So what do I get for Y if I plug in 0? What do I get for Y if I plug in 0 here? Hopefully, let's jog your memory here. -4. Be careful there, my friend. Remember, it's 4 minus x. So here we have 4 minus 0, just like so. So what we get then? What do we get for y here? Four then, perfect. All right. I know. I know it takes a while. I know there's a bit of a delay too, but keeps everything okay. So 4, right? So we have our first coordinate here, 0, 4. All right. Now let's choose another number. What's another good number to choose? You guys choose for me. 1. All right, fair enough. So if I plug in 1, what do we get? What do I get for y here? 3. Perfect. Okay, so we get 4 minus 1, which is 3. All right, excellent. All right, so that's our first graph done. I think, you could add some more points here. 2, we would get 2, and so on and so forth. Again, you're just establishing a line here, so it shouldn't be too hard. For a curve, though, you may need a few more points. We'll look at some examples of that, of course, once we get to that point. Okay, let's also look at the other one here. So we're going to do y is equal to 2x minus 4. So let's look at that one there in particular. Let me actually make this canvas a bit bigger. Actually do this out. All right. So let's make an XY chart here. All right, so let's pick 0 again. All right, so if we plug in 0 in here for y is equal to 2x minus 4, what do we get for y there? -4, that's correct. All right, very good. All right, easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, let's pick one more number. What's another good number we can choose here? -1, fair enough. So if I plug in -1, what do we get for y? -6. All right, seems fair. All right, again, you don't need a whole lot of numbers here. You can pick 1, you get -2, okay, really not too hard. Again, just some points here that will help you establish what that line looks like, or curve. You have enough points if that establishes that, then you should be good to go. All right, cool beans. Okay, now what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and put each of these lines on the same graph. Okay, so we're not quite done with step 3 yet, but we're getting close. We'll talk about what we need to do next. Okay, so let's look at the first one here. We have 0, 4. So here's 0, 4 right here. You got 1, 3 right here. And we got 2, 2, which is right here. All right, so this gives us a pretty good idea about what this line is going to generically look like. Okay, now we have to answer the question here because this is very important. All right, now what kind of line are we going to draw through these 3 points? We either draw a solid line or we draw a dotted line. Which one of those two are we going to do here in this case? Let's take a look here again. Here's our original stuff. So put this on half the screen here. Yep. All right. Are we going to put a solid line? Oh, solid line, okay. Now I want you to take a look about why. Again, in the original inequality here, we have a less than or equals to right here. And because we have less than or equals to, okay, then that means that we need a solid line here based on step 3. Okay, now that's going to be very important, especially for the homework stuff, because it is going to be very particular on how you want to enter in your lines. So you need to be a little bit careful about that so you get the right line in. Now I'm going to mark this in black because I already started that in black. So I'm going to just mark that first line just like so. Okay, so there we go. We got our first line down. Perfect. All right, now I'll put this next one here in blue so we can distinguish between the two. Okay, so next we have 3 points here. We have 0, comma, minus 4. Not too hard to figure out. Right there. Minus 1, comma, minus 6. So that's right here. And 1, comma, minus 2, which is right here-ish. All right. And in this case here, are we putting a solid line or are we putting a dotted line here? A solid line or dotted line? Solid again, that's right. Again, it's bigger than or equal to. So again, with bigger than or equal to, we're going to draw a solid line here through these two. So I know my graphing ain't great, but well, okay. There you go. It's a thing. Okay. All right. Are there any questions so far? All right. Now, let's take a look at the graph here. No questions? All right. That's perfectly fine. Let's take a look at the graph here, all right? Let's look specifically at the graph here. Now notice that the solution set here is going to be in one of 4 quadrants. It's going to be here, it's going to be here, or it's here, or it's here. So what we're doing here effectively is how do we get to our final result, our final answer? Our final answer is going to be a shaded area. It's not like exactly saying it's going to be equal to 2 comma 2 like it was before. In this case, it's going to be a generic shaded area. Now the question becomes is that, well, which one of these 4 possible answers we have here, this 4 possible shaded areas, is it going to be? And that's what this last step here is going to acknowledge about how to do it. So let's look at the last step here as part of the process, and then I'll have to make a note in association with this. So let's go ahead and talk about step number 4 here. We're going to do what's called the 0-0 test. Okay, so we're going to do what's called the 0-0 test. So let's talk about what the 0-0 test is. All right, so I'll need to be in a little bit more detail here. All right. Okay. So the 0-0 test here in particular is basically all you're going to do here is you're going to, not underline, you're going to plug in x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 into the original inequalities. So again, very important here, into the original inequalities. All right, very important. Now, you test both, okay? So that's the important part here. If the inequality you test is true, okay, then shade the side including 0, comma 0, okay? If the inequality you test is false, then do... Oh, wonderful, Metal. I'm glad. Yeah, dude, if this is really hard, then I want you to break it down to the 4 steps that I'm pointing it out here. So this will make it a little bit easier on you if you're talking about graphing inequalities. So it's not a problem, my friend. If the inequality you test is false, then do not shade the side including 0, 0. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the black and the blue here, all right, to go ahead and see where we need to shade in these two inequalities. All right, so let's go back to our original problem here. So let me go ahead and just put in here our original two inequalities. Investing in a graphics tablet. I mean, I know I should, but I I guess I'm more old school like that. I know it's more inconvenient, but I'm a messy writer by nature, so it's actually a little bit better that I go a little slower. I have like chicken scratch and stuff, so to be fair. Okay. Like it's just chicken scratches most of my handwriting in real life. With this, at least I am forced to go slow and not like write super duper tiny like I normally do. But Khan Academy is a wonderful resource. I will say that. What video games do I like to play? Well, I've been playing Among Us with Sped and the crew, and I play Baldur's Gate 3 right now. That's what I'm playing right at this moment here. There you go. There you go, Gucci. That's correct. All right. Now let me go ahead and put this here in black here. So the first one we're going to put in black is 4 minus x. That's this line here. Now I'm going to use the original inequality we got that from, which was x plus y is less than or equal to 4. So let's do the 0, 0 test on this, and let's see exactly how we can met this out. Okay. So I'm going to make this a bit bigger here so we can see that a little bit. Okay. I'll put this on the side here, 0, 0 test. Getting into the last part here. Wow, that's rude. Your math teacher needs to be slapped. All right, so and if you, oh, okay. Yeah, you don't need teachers like that. But if you want to know, hey, that's not nice. Don't say things like that. That's actually the thing there. 3x squared minus 2x to the minus 3. If you want to know the derivative of that. So there you go. Yeah, substitute math teacher for a year, so inequality so hard. Well, hopefully you learn a little bit off of this. That's important. All right. So here we have 0 plus 0 is less than or equal to 4. So I just plugged in 0 for x and 0 for y. All right. Hey, as long as you learn, I'm cool with that, buddy. Now, let's answer this question here. True or false question. Is 0 less than or equal to 4? Is that true or is that false? Is 0 less than or equal to 4? 0 less than or equal to 4? False? Guys? You're telling me 0 is not less than or equal to 4. Remember, the important thing is, all right, remember here, this is true. Now, I want to point this out here. Let me point it out here so that way everybody doesn't go crazy. Okay? Let me go ahead and how can 0 be less than 4? 0 is definitely less than 4 because it's to the left of 4. So it's less than. But the important part here is 0 less than or equal equal to 4? The key word here in math is going to be the or part. Less than or equal to. All right? Less than or equal to. Well, trust me, Gucci, I'm not like your other math teachers who decide corporal punishment. It's the right way to say it. All right. So this is definitely true here. Now, the important part here is, hey, don't say things like that. I don't want to hear things like that, Streamy, please. Please, I don't want to have to ban you because you're saying not so nice things. All right. All right. Now, so we have, this is true here. So notice that 0, 0 is right here in the middle. Okay? 0, 0 is right here in the middle. So this is the line that's associated with x plus y is less than or equal to 4, this black line here. So what we're going to do is we're going to shade the side that includes 0, 0. So I want to shade, you can either shade above here, above that black line, or below that black line. And I'm going to shade the side that includes 0, 0. So that's all this, just like so. Okay, so that's the first part right there. All right. Now, let's go ahead and do the 0, 0 test. Okay. And let's put it here in the second equation. So y is bigger than or equal to 2x minus 4. I'll get to opinions here after I show off some processes and some line. Would I shade past the line? Yeah, you can if you want. To be fair. So to be fair, you can shade past this line because this line goes on indefinitely, right? These lines go on forever, right? So if these lines go on forever, then yeah, you can go ahead and shade past those lines. That's perfectly fine. Absolutely. Now I'll show you what the importance here is, JTS, regarding that. Okay. The second line does matter here. We haven't acknowledged it just yet, though, JTS. Okay, so we've gotten through halfway through step 4, but we haven't gotten through the other half of step 4 there. Okay. All right. So let me show you the other half here, JTS, and then you'll understand where I'm coming from here. So I'm going to use y is bigger than or equal to 2x minus 4 here and plug in 0, 0 in for that. So I'm going to have 0 here bigger than or equal to 2 times 0 minus 4. And then we just figure out what we have on the right and left-hand side. So we have 0 bigger than or equal to minus 4. So is this true? Is 0 bigger than or equal to minus 4? True or false? That is definitely true. Absolutely true. Okay? That is absolutely true. So if this is absolutely true here, let's look at the blue line now. So ignore the black line here. We're not focused on the black line here because we already took care of that part here. Focus on the blue line here on the screen. Now we want to shade the side from the blue line here that includes 0, 0. And again, the reason why we choose 0, 0 here is because it's the easiest point to locate on any graph. It's right there smack dab in the middle. Like, you can't miss it. Okay, so in this particular case, we're going to shade, again, we have two sides that we can shade. We can shade down here or we could shade up here, but we want to shade the side because it's true. We want to shade the side that includes 0, 0. So here is where we're going to shade in this case, just like so. Okay. And as you can see there, in this case, now we can see where they overlap. You see where the black region is overlapping with the blue region here from our two shaded regions here. And that, in effect, is going to be our final answer. Our final answer is going to be this region right here. Out of the 4 regions that could have overlapped, these 2 are the ones that are going to be your winners. So this area right here is going to be our solution set for this inequality. Are there any questions about that so far? Okay, so you see exactly why the 0, 0 test is important. Now, I do have one note to make here, though. Okay, so I want to be sure that there is a situation that you could run into here that could make it a little bit more difficult, and I do want to point that out here. And that is this. So I need to go back to the this guy here. Okay, so I want to put one note here in relation to the 0, 0 test. So note. So what can happen with certain lines is that certain lines or certain curves is that they'll touch 0, 0, or they'll go through the coordinate of 0, 0. So if a line or curve goes through or it touches 0, 0, then choose another point the line or curve does not go through, and do the test again. Okay, so if you find out that you have a line that just cuts through 0, 0, like a line, and then choose like another point that's not on that line. Okay. Okay, choose another point that doesn't go through that line, and then you can go ahead and do the test again with that point. And so basically it's like saying this: maybe 1, 1 isn't on that line. Well, then I would call it the 1, 1 test, and I'd be like, okay, if it's true after you plug in 1, 1, then you shade the side that includes 1, 1. If it's false, then you shade the side that does not include 1, 1, as an example there. Okay, so there are certain lines or curves that certainly can do that. It doesn't mean that all of them do, obviously, but again, um, it can happen here in certain problems. So we take precautions here just in case if that does happen for certain examples. Are there any questions in relation to that? Okay, so hopefully it's a little bit easier to kind of do because because now we have a good solid example that we can work off of here. So we're gonna just do some more examples here for this lesson here, and we're just gonna see exactly how we can do other examples of inequality. So let's kind of go down the line here, and we'll do a few more here for sure. All right. Okay. Let's do the next one here. A bit bigger here. So let's pick the next one here. Which one looks okay? Okay, one looks fine. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, less than 1. Okay, and x is bigger than 2. All right, good stuff. All right, so here's our system of linear inequalities. Okay, we have 2x minus y is less than 1, and we have x is bigger than or equal to 3. I modified this just a little bit, just to put a little bit more variety here. Okay, so what should we do first here? Let's go down the line here. What do we do first? What's step number 1 here? Uh, okay. Um, oh no, that's okay, Andy. I think you accidentally hit the keyboard. That's fine. But can you tell me what you have to do first? Oh no, that's cool, man. That's cool. Totally understandable, man. All right, make it into an equals, right? So let's go ahead or change it to equals, right? So we're gonna, yeah, both I totally understand where you come from here. So we're gonna make this equal to 1, and then we're gonna make this equal to 3. So we have x is equal to 3 here. All right, so far so good. Got that down. All right, well, so that's step 1 there. Perfect. It's taking it one step at a time. All right. Now we want to make it equal to y. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's look at the first one here. 2x minus y equals 1. So what should we do first here? How are we going to solve for y here in this instance? All right, let's subtract 2x on both sides. That sounds like a good idea. I agree. All right, so don't forget about the sign here. Be very careful. So we got minus y is equal to 1 minus 2x. Okay? All right, now what? Now what should we do? Divide by -1. Very good. All right, so remember, this is one of those tricky parts here. We have minus y here. We kept that sign there the same. But remember, we're going to divide by -1 everywhere here. Remember, always a balance. Remember, signs can easily change, and this is certainly one of those instances. We get y here is equal to -1 plus 2x. Again, we have -2 divided by -1 here. So a negative divided by a negative will be a positive. All right. And then we also have the other one here, which is x is equal to 3. There's no y there, so pretty much we're just going to leave it alone as is. It is what it is. So be it. Whatever. All right. So those are our two equations here so far with the equal sign kind of put in. Raining really hard out there. All right. In any case, let's go ahead and make our, let's go ahead and graph these lines here. Okay, so let's make our little XY chart for each of them. That way we can see what points we need. Okay, let's choose 0 here. I always like to choose 0 because 0 is the easiest number ever. My power, yeah, I can hear the storm out there, so hopefully my power won't cut out. But I have a UPS, I have a universal power supply, which is very, very helpful. So my computer can hold out for like 10, 15 minutes after a power outage. Okay, so if I plug in 0 in here, what do I get for y? Thanks, Jay Groovy. Thanks. -1. Good. That's right. We plug in 0, we get -1. Let's choose another number here. I'll just pick 1 because 1's super simple. What do we get for 1? 1, okay? Apologies if you guys can hear the thunder and rain in the background there. It's storming pretty hard right now. Fortunately, though, I have to go outside, but when this class is over. But fortunately, I have my army coat, which is probably the best, most perfect thing ever in the history of mankind. So, love that thing. Okay. No, I already got the pizza. I got the pizza I got the pizza before class. I picked that up, and that actually was delivered at like 4 o'clock. from Luz. I don't know how many of you are. I don't know how many of you from the UK, but yeah, our pizza's kind of boss. It's kind of amazing. Wow, you guys are rating me here. Jeez. All right. Hey guys, hey guys. Hello everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Part 2, yeah, double raid. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Holy, what? 133. What the noise? Oh my gosh. Oh my word. How do I even handle 133? How do I handle 191 people? What? That's insane. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Okay. Yeah, James Hodges with a rating of 9. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm like trying to do a lesson here and I'm already going bananas. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Guys. I'm going to show you I want to show you guys something, okay? Look. I want to show you guys something. You guys are super special. 276. Okay. You know what? You know what? You know what? That's okay. I'm going to show you guys something. Hang on just a second. Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen from United Kingdom. Okay? I want to show you very important. This, my good friends, caffeine, Chicago stuff. Those of you know, everybody knows stuff is thick as all heck and is amazing. You come to Chicago and this is what okay, this is pizza right here, okay? I'm gonna make you hungry if you came over here and you wanted to watch me. Okay? But, you got that there. Maybe I got a background. No, that's actually the rain in the background. Yeah, my to me, so sorry about that. No, that's all good, buddy. So you saw you see the pizza there. Yeah, that's pure bliss. My goodness, holy smokes, holy cow. Any Irish in me? Well, as brown as I am, maybe not, but I sure have a I have a streak sometimes, you know, of being a little salty at times. But no, thank you, man. You guys are so amazing. Holy cow, man. You guys are so nice. Oh,